I've been biding my time, been so subtly kind. I've got to think so selfishly, 'cause you're the face inside of me. I've been biding my days. You see, evidently it pays. I've been a friend with unbiased views and then secretly lust after you. So now you feel rusty, you're bored and bemused. You wanna do so. So you should be instead of hearing me secretly.
From the banks of the historic Danube River, 60 kilometers south of Budapest, in the city of Dunaújváros, it's round number 5 of the UIM Formula One World Championship for power boating. Hello, everybody. I'm Steve Michael, and welcome aboard here on the beautiful rolling hills in central Hungary. Solid days of preparation have brought us to this point. It's been a whirlwind of activity along the river. Here's some of the sights and sounds as the Formula One circuses come to the banks of the Danube. The halfway point of the UIM Formula One World Championship season. Today is a pivotal time for various teams and their pilots to try to put a stop to the DAC racing dominance that's been so far here in 1999. This round number 5 of the UIM Formula One World Championship Tour. Glad to have you with us, Steve Michael, on the beautiful banks of the Danube River. And yes, Guido Capellini, 3 for 3 so far this season, looking to make it 4 in a row. Of course, the race in St. Petersburg in Russia was canceled because of high wind conditions. So Capellini, as we reach this halfway point of round number 5, would love to make it 4 in a row, as thousands of people have come to the banks here in the Danube, ready to watch this race for the 11th time in its history. It began here in 1989 and 90, and in 91 came here to Dunaújváros, which is just 65 kilometers south of Budapest. And as practice began, Johan Karloff came on, the Swede, currently sitting 11th in the World Championship with 5 points. His best finish was a 6th in the opening round in Portimao in Portugal, and he hasn't finished since. Here's a newcomer on the tour. Frode Sundstall out of Norway has come back to join the tour on the sprint team with teammate Carlos Maidana. And we're going to be watching this man all weekend long, one of the rising rookies, Fabio Comparado. He is the second member of the DAC team, just a rookie. Andrew Elliott, the longtime veteran out of the UK, getting a chance to run. Andy Elliott so far this year, his best was a 4th. He's coming off his best race in Chalon in France. We get a chance one more time to see Frode Sundstall with Andy Elliott speeding by him. Elliott doing well in qualifying. He's going to start 8th from the dock. And Ivan Torta, the Italian, with another good qualifying effort, as he will start in the 7th spot. Jonathan Jones getting a chance to run. He seemed to get stronger and stronger as the race days went on, and he got into qualifying and ran strongly. the tour is Kurt Kane, along with Corte Lepala, sitting second in the World Championship points. And all eyes will be on this driver, Rudy Maholdinez, the native here from Dunaújváros, driving with world champion Jonathan Jones and the Dragon Racing team. Now Maholdinez has picked up a new boat. This is Seabolt American-built boat, and he is in for his second race, getting a chance to drive it. He did well in Chalon. He qualified 7th with the boat, but crashed it. And again in practice, Rudy Maholdinez crashed the boat one more time. Not too heavily, but he totally blew it over. We had a chance to ask him what exactly happened in his accident here on the Danube River.
Well, there's the damage. How's the driver? Rudy, you all right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Jó
Not a
vagyok,
problem.
köszönöm szépen.
Rudy, what happened in the crash?
Az egyenes végén valamiért eldobtam magam, de nem tudom, hogy miért.
Will you be ready for the race?
Igen, természetesen készen leszünk a holnapi versenyre.
Is there a lot of pressure on you to do well here since you are racing in your hometown of Dunaújváros?
Nem túlzottan nagy a nyomás rajtam, mert nagyon sokan segítenek, és ahogy most is látni, mindenki azon dolgozik, hogy holnap el tudjak indulni a versenyen. Ezek az emberek nagyon sokat segítenek, és ezért itt elmentesítenek a nyomás alól.
And Rogero was 4th in his first outing this year in Portugal, and now I get a chance to take a look at a driver who really wants to improve. That's Luca Fornasarek. He's back for the second time this season. And Tomas Eriksson, the Swede, who came out and qualified 17th. Here's Guido Capellini. All eyes will be on him this afternoon. 3 in a row. Would love to make it 4 in a row. Thus making it his most successful season, along with 1996 and 1990. From the Werecom team, represented by Franco Lini, along with, of course, Francesco Catando. Out on the water right there is the number 8 machine of Fabrizio Bocca. Not happy with his result, as Bocca was battling to stay up into the top 15. Scott Gilman, the American, going by. There's Carlos Maidana out of Argentina. He qualified 11th. And Craig Bailey in a new boat for Australia, driving the Burgess. And Sami Celio broke his engine in morning practice the first day out. He will not get a chance to drive. What a shame. This rookie of a year ago finished 5th in this race in Hungary. And of course, here is Philippe Desertan over Rochelle, France. And for the Frenchman, he would love to have another good outing. He was 5th the last time out in his home Grand Prix in Chalon. He started 15th, and for Philippe, he'd love to finish for the second straight time this season. All eyes were glued on the top 6. We go to the shootout. We welcome you back here to the Hungarian Grand Prix. Steve Michael with you. And this, they call the shootout. They take the top 6 boats in qualifying, and they give them each a chance to take the pole. Here so far in the World Championship standings, you can see the team standings. And yes, the DAT team leading the way so far. And still a lot of juggling to go. We're at the halfway point of the season. There's your world champion, Jonathan Jones, who was quickest for most of the day. You can see the weather on Saturday was cloudy, very warm actually. It heated up a little bit more as the day went on. By the time we got to this shootout, the water was almost like glass. And the first out was the American 1997 world champion, defending winner of this race, Scott Gilman. Disappointed with his first 2 qualifying sessions, but improved remarkably. He did a 37.3 in his race setup. And he will be starting from the 5th spot this afternoon on the dock. Next out was Massimo Ruggiero, the Italian. And for Ruggiero, he was looking to improve upon his time, which was a 37.62, and he did. He did a 36.5. And for Massimo Ruggiero, he moved up another spot, and he will be starting from the 4th spot on the dock, something he's very used to here. He's done that more than once in Hungary in his career. Corte Lepala, sometime a pole sitter, hasn't done it yet this year. And for Lepala, he came out storming. He was 4th quickest leading into the qualifying effort, but he actually went backwards. He went a bit slower. He did a 37.61. He was not happy. He started the 6th spot. And then we'll look 9/8. People were stunned. He's on the pole. And for Camperado, his first ever pole position. And out next was his teammate and mentor, Guido Capellini, who has 3 poles this season. Capellini almost caused an accident on his first run of 2 laps, but on the second one at 36.3, enough to start Capellini in the 3rd spot. The 4-time world champion will start in the 3rd slot. Jonathan Jones came out. He needed to improve by just 2 tenths of a second to take the pole away from Fabio Camperado, but he couldn't do it. Jones had a problem with his engine bogging down in the corners. Some question on what the problem was. He was a 38.07. It wasn't enough. And Jonathan Jones out of Carnegie Wales will start 2nd. So those are your top 6 qualifiers as we get set for the race this afternoon. And yes, Fabio Camperado will lead them away. DAC 1 and 3 got a chance to talk to the rookie about his run.
Fabio, congratulations on your pole position. Tell us the secret about going fast here in Hungary.
Grazie delle congratulazioni. Niente, il segreto non c'è segreto, diciamo che sono più avvantaggiato sui circuiti così perché sono a bastone, ho sempre corso col circuito a bastone.
Being a rookie here, you're starting from the 1st spot. Can you feel the pressure? Can you win this race from the pole position?
Ma non sento nessuna pressione perché non ho niente da dimostrare a nessuno. È il primo anno che corro in Formula 1, penso che già questo risultato è molto importante.
Thousands of fans on a beautiful warm summer afternoon here along the Danube, ready for round number 5 of the UIM Formula 1 World Championship. This is the 11th time we have come to Hungary and Dunaújváros. 1991. Yes, this is the halfway point of the year, and the question is, can anybody stop the freight train known as the DAC Racing as the 2 drivers running well so far this year, leading in the World Championship here this course. 65 laps around a long event today, pure horsepower, 800 meters straightaways in the front and the back side. Sunny and warm, and it's getting warmer. It's 37 degrees, actually 27 degrees. We'll get a bit hotter. The wind's not really going to be a factor this afternoon as this big field of 21 boats ready to take on the challenge of 65 laps. There you see Capellini in the World Championship standings, leading by a hefty margin. He's won all 3. Leppola right behind him. Scott Gilman and Camperado sitting tied for 3rd as we look down 7 through 12. Just 6 points separating those 2. And yes, 17 different pilots have scored points so far here in 1999. And it's still wide open, but really the question is, can Guido Capellini be stopped in making it 4 in a row? And Capellini has won this race more than any other driver as we go back to our pole sitter, Fabio Camperado. All eyes now glued on the official starter. Red lights on, they go to green, and we're underway. And as they explode away from the dock, 7,000 horsepower get away. And we'll see who the leaders are as they head down in the first turn pit. Looks like everybody got started. And jumping off right to the bat is the man on the pole, Fabio Camperado. Got a great start, but so did Prix as he comes up from the 6th spot. He is side by side with the Italian as they go through the far turn number 2 as we start this race and we start counting down the laps. Now the whole shot. Camperado off to the right of your screen. The leader already building up about a 6-boat margin on Prix as they make the turn into 1. The question is, what happened to Guido Capellini and Scott Gilman? Both have terrible starts. Capellini back from the 3rd spot off the dock. And with them was Scott Gilman as they're slugging back in the 5th spot. Then you get a chance to watch how the water already 1 lap in is churning up with 21 boats, taking full advantage, reaching speeds of over 223 kilometers per hour on the straightaway. Here's Prix Leppola, one-time champion, world champion, has been runner-up in this World Championship 2 years in a row. Last year didn't have his best year. Is trying to improve on it. Right now sitting 2nd in the World Championship. On board for the first time with our man out of the lead, Fabio Camperado, the tremendous rookie, a strong Formula 2 racer of the year ago. And he has stepped into some hefty shoes, joining the DAC team. A plum ride that Guido Capellini really training this young driver. Capellini, of course, a 4-time world champion, has to be pleased with the progress of his young driver. There's Massimo Ruggiero struggling, not on the race course, but he was in a hospital last week. Kidney stones for 3 days with high temperatures. And now we see the battle between Gilman and Capellini for 5th. It looks like Joran Karloff's going to get involved. And look at the boat, number 21, Andy Elliott, out of the UK. He is charged up from 8th to 4th. He leads Capellini and Gilman. He's in 4th position. Now Capellini can feel Gilman's feet right behind him. Capellini with Joran Karloff making a run. They're trying to close up on this man, Andy Elliott. Now Capellini side by side through turn number 1. Again, the replay. We'll get a chance to watch Guido make his passing move. As you can see, Andy Elliott getting caught up in the inside lane. But again, he's pulled out some speed. Let's see if Capellini can make the move this time around. So this battle for 4th really heating up here. Down into turn number 2. That is the end of the long straightaway. The fastest speed coming at this point. So Capellini now has moved past Andy Elliott up into 4th position. Let's watch one more time as the driver out of Monaco keeping the horsepower up and making the move around Andy Elliott, the veteran out of Great Britain. Now as the drivers come by, slowing down is a problem on the race course. What's happened? As team managers now looking, oh, what a shame. Scott Gilman, the American, has dropped out of the race. The defending champion here. Gilman, who won here a year ago, almost lapped the field for the 2nd straight race in a row. You can see the disappointment on his team. Has dropped out of the race. And it looks like maybe a connecting rod in the engine has ended his day very prematurely here in the opening laps of this event. So Gilman, who is a driver who has a lot of strength, finds himself now in a position where he was out of the event, and he is now in a position for not doing so well in the World Championship here halfway home. Joran Karloff with a great run now. Karloff moving up into the top 5. Here's Brody Sunstall back trying to work his way up forward. Kind of a learning thing for Sunstall. This is his first race of the year. He's been out with illness. Ivan Forza, who qualified 7th, staying right up in the mix. Now, we get a look one more time on replay. As you can see, Franco leading with the older drivers in this series at 51. They kid him about his age, but he's still a strong contender with Capellini on the inside. Philippe Desertin, the Frenchman, is making a great move. He has come charging up from the back. As Desertin getting a chance to get some open water. He started in 12th spot. Now Desertin up into the top 6, and he is running very strong. We'll see if he can do the same that he did last event ago in Chelana's home Grand Prix where he finished 5th. Back on board we go with our leader, Fabio Camperado, right now having things his own way. Has built up to a 7-second lead on the rest of the field. Where's Jonathan Jones struggling a bit? He's up in his 6th spot. Now, he originally was supposed to start in the 2nd starting spot, but he got late to the start dock pontoon. And the official said, no, you're going to start all the way to the end. So Jonathan Jones started at the tail end of the field and is come storming up from the back and now is sitting in 6th spot. So Jones flying that Burgess Hall. There's a problem on the course. It looked like Craig Bailey, the Australian, stopped dead in the water on the back straightaway. We'll see if the other Emirates driver can get fired back up again and get going. Gilman already out. Here's Francesco Catando up into the 7th spot. Now, he finished 3rd last year, made it to the podium. He's had a miserable year so far. Hasn't finished the race yet, and this may be his chance this afternoon. Slow motion, look at the traffic on the front straightaway. So I have to be very careful here. 30 laps gone of the 65 we had scheduled for you this afternoon here on the Danube. The beautiful Salty Island in the background. On the back straightaway, again, slow motion. We get a chance to watch 3 boats tangled up into a real matchup. And yes, we go back with Francesco Catando. Catando now is battling his way past Fabrizio Bocca, actually lapping Bocca, who was struggling a bit today, mired down in the 15th spot. Here's Craig Bailey having a problem with his trim, I believe. As you can see the boat with the engine angled at a far forward position. He's not able to go much faster than that because otherwise the boat would blow over. So Craig Bailey struggling out there with his Burgess. We go back on board our leader. We can see that Fabio Camperado is battling his way through. The visibility not very good when the drivers go through traffic like that, and you don't want to go right behind another boat because the wash of his engine may enter your engine and cut the electrics off, and all of a sudden you find yourself out of the race. Here's the local driver, Rudy Mahalden. Haldenes has just come off winning the F3 race, so he's doing double duty today. He ran 40 laps, winning that event, and now he has to quickly change clothes, and now he's running 65 more, so he's the busiest driver out here on the field this afternoon. Now Cappellini has moved himself back past his teammate, and he has gone storming up into first place. So Cappellini now has moved into first place, and for the fourth straight race this season, Cappellini has gone to the front of the field. So Cappellini would love to make it 4 in a row. He hasn't done that since 1996. There's the difference between Cappellini and Comparado, as he is pulled by his rookie teammate and now is trying to pull away from him and put a statement on the rest of the field here and let everybody know that he can continue winning here in 1999. Some of his competitors out, as is Ivan Korta being towed back in. What a shame for the Rainbow Velka Avia team. There's a problem for Jorn Karloff. Oh no, the Swede has gone over for the second time this year. Jorn Karloff having a real problem as he barrel rolled down into turn number 2. He was up to 4th position after he had started in the 13th spot. So Karloff is out of the top 5 and out of the race. And Jorn Karloff has finished just 1 race so far this season. Now on the restart, they come charging to the front. Comparado slowing up. Lupola going by as Comparado may have made a mistake on the restart. Dropped way back, and now it's going to be the chase between Lupola, the Finnish star, and Guido Cappellini as we wind our way down to the final fourth of this race this afternoon here from the Danube. Jonathan Jones still sitting back in that 6th spot, trying to close the gap and move his way up forward. Great run here by Philippe Desertas, sitting in the 7th spot, and he still has some speed. The Frenchman is not done. He's trying to close the gap on the 6th place racer right now, and he's also closing up on Jonathan Jones. So Philippe Desertas is on a roll here. Desertas' best finish in Hungary in 1997 was the 4th. He was 9th here in 1996. Last year he qualified 12th. He didn't finish. He had an electrical problem. And Desertas coming off of 5th in Chalon is up into the top 10 and running well. So Jonathan Jones, the current world champion, picked up his only victory a year ago in Abu Dhabi to claim the championship in the very last round. It took until the month of December to decide the World Championship. 7 grueling months on the UIM Formula 1 Powerboat Racing Tour. Now Cappellini trying to pull away from Lupola, but Lupola, he's trimmed it down to 1.9 seconds. So Lupola hasn't given up his chase on the 4-time world champion out of Monaco, Guido Cappellini. Watch the boats in slow motion working their way through the mist and the haze here as they all try to stay away from each other, but yet try to find a passing lane either to the outside or to the inside. Cappellini makes it home in Monaco now. Lupola, as he is now dropping back just a tad over 2 seconds to Guido Cappellini. He's running out of time. 2 laps left to go in the scheduled 65-lap event. Now Cappellini just hoping he can keep it together, but Lupola doesn't have an answer for him right now. Lupola may have a problem with his right sponson. He's taking on some water, and he can't go any faster. And Fabio Comparado, who led this race for the most of the first half of the event, is sitting back in 3rd place and coming across and taking the checkered flag as Guido Cappellini has made it 4 in a row here in 1999, and he wins this race for the 5th time here in Dunaújváros. So with Cappellini, the victory, Lupola in 2nd, Comparado finishes in 3rd, Ruggiero 4th, Jones in 5th, and Philippe Desertas of France rounds out the top 6. So as Cappellini salutes the crowd, his World Championship standings continues to blossom. He leads Lupola by 26 points. Comparado in 3rd, Gilman stuck in the 4th spot. So as the thousands come to celebrate Guido Cappellini, maybe in 1999, this could be another one of his classic seasons. We're only halfway home. We still have 5 big events left to go on the tour. So a glorious day here in Dunaújváros, and we say thanks for stopping by. We're off to Moscow and the Grand Prix of Russia. I'm Steve Michael saying Thank you and so long from Dunaújváros in Hungary.